So it's going to be a short video today because I got a late start. I was doing some other stuff. It's first day of real spring. It's been warm outside, so my wife went out and did stuff. So I'm looking at the paddle from last week, and I see one thing that I knew was wrong and one thing that was sort of surprising. And we look at this side, and it's a little okay looking, a little flared at the end, and I'll get there in a second. And we look at the other side. It's really thick. I just didn't take enough off, and so I got to take more off. But the part, of course, that we'll notice, remember I said it was flared? Well, it's flared because I wasn't too concerned about cutting, because this is still square. I got to make a circle out of it. Not all Greenland paddles have circular edges. Some have square edges. I happen to like circular edges, so that's what I'm doing. It's about 3 inches. I don't own a compass, and so I went up to the kitchen to find something that was about 3 inches, and I came across the Mad Bluebird mug, which is 3 1/4 inches across. So I'm just going to use that, draw some quick circles, then get to cutting. Got a pencil somewhere. The compass, of course, I'd center it, but I'm just feeling top and bottom. It's about right. I don't like that. I didn't get up to the end. Fun, huh? So I just heard a disturbing sound. I'm trying to clamp this in my floor clamp, and of course it's tapered, and these jaws are parallel because I don't have a proper clamping table. I have this little spacer in here, and I'm pressing down on it not too hard, and a crack sound. So let's open it up and see if I crack the paddle. Hopefully I just cracked the shim. I don't see anything bad, so I use the Japanese saw, cut some pulls. Gouge there, huh? Yeah, it's vibrating a lot, but boy, this cuts nicely. Chipped at the end, but it doesn't matter. I do not like how this is vibrating, so I've brought it a lot closer in so it won't vibrate. I forgot my mask. So this is pretty rough. It's mostly circular. I want to use the rasp again. I'm going to have to shape this because it's really thick here, but I'm going to get the other end cut first because one of them, remember, is already shaped fairly nicely and one isn't. This is the thick side. You can see how it looks now. Much better. There we go. So now I'm going to take the spoke shave and shave down this tip sort of smoothly, mostly by feel. You know, how thick do you want it? Yoast has a certain dimension. I actually forget what it is. Brian's book actually gives a really good explanation of the trade-offs for too thick versus too thin. And so go buy the book and read that section. I'm not going to read it out loud to you because I don't remember it. I'm just going to do it by feel, because I've used a paddle for 1 year now, so I must be an expert, right? So I'm just going to take it down some. If you recall from the PDF, you had lines that came out till they reached around here, and then the last 3.5 inches were full width. I'm trying to just get a nice little bevel in here, maybe a thumbnail width around here. I'm liking how that's looking. I want to do the other side, so flip it over. It's hard to see on the video. I'm not going to bother zooming in or anything, but you actually, looking straight down like I am now, you can really see really well what's been shaped and what hasn't. Notice how lopsided I am. Very thin here and very thick there. So I probably have to cut some off on this side to match that. And maybe a little bit more here. Look a little better. Definitely have to get some on this side though. And when I turn it over, this side of course will be over here. Let's do that. I'm a little cockeyed there, but that's looking mostly symmetrical now. Let's go do the other side. The other side's the thick side. So I'm gonna be drawing a lot more up here because it just felt really thick up in here. This one feels a little thick also, but can always take off more wood later. It's hard to add it. Okay, this is the thick side, so I'm going to be taking a lot of wood off here. I don't know how I got it so thick. I don't want this. Not enough room. That cracking sound I heard is clearly just the spacer. my chair. The chair won't go high enough. Yeah, maybe it will. Oh, that's nice. It's really nice to have that end secure. This one's still positively huge compared to the other side. Not sure how I screwed up. Probably measured wrong, right? Flip it over. There's nothing trimmed on this side. Whoa, that's bad. It's so thick. I'm going to finish up down here and take it out and look at it. It's nice here. It's very thick here. Just seems so thick still. Okay, it's starting to look good on the end, a little thinner. Okay, I'm liking that. So now I'm going to look at the ends and see what it looks like. See if I have more to do, less to do. Hopefully not less to do, right? Here is the end that was too thick. Looking pretty good. It's the tip here, it's about 3/8. I think that's one of the good measurements. Seems thick. It tapers, but maybe that's fine. It's like a straight line. This looks to be about the same. Other side looks better. This could probably have a little bit more come off, which I'm going to do later. This is more of the rough shaping now, though I'm not sure what's left for rough shaping. We're absolutely getting into the fine shaping. I need to start thinking about the furl and probably cutting the shoulders better. I'll do that next week. I'll cut the shoulders better, then make a go no-go decision on the paddle. But I'm kind of liking it. It's thin there. It's excellent. it's thin there. It should be thicker. I cut too much off. I don't know what to do. They're like this side.